Welcome to the Biz Builders Podcast, where we believe building the business of your dreams can change your life. I'm your host, Sandy Patterson, former teacher turned certified life and business coach. After 14 years of teaching, I took a huge leap, left my job, and built 2 successful businesses with no business or sales background. Now I'm living the life of my dreams, and I'm ready to help you do the same. You're in the right spot here if you're ready to dig into not only the strategy of business building, but also the belief in yourself that building a business is possible. You're made for this, and you've got exactly what it takes to create the financial, time, and location freedom you're craving. Over here, we value progress over perfection. We embrace being uncomfortable, and we believe that anything, literally anything you want, is possible for you with the right strategy, mindset, and support. You'll also hear inspiring stories here and, of course, failures of women who are doing the same thing. The whole idea is if she can do it, so can I. Thanks for being here. Let's dive in. Hello, you guys. Welcome back to another episode of the podcast. I am so happy you're here and that we get to spend a little bit of time together today. It is a beautiful day out today, and I hope wherever this episode finds you that you are having the most amazing day or evening or wherever you are. So today we're going to talk about something that very much could be repelling potential clients in your coaching business. And I can speak to this because I very much have been here. I have been through this. I sometimes still have my moments. So this is not me like on my high horse at all. This is me inviting you into this conversation about clingy energy and attachment, like your attachment style in your business. I know oftentimes we talk about attachment styles in relationships. I don't even know, I think there's 4 or maybe more, I don't know, but there's different ways to be attached to somebody in relationships, right? But we don't really hear about this talked about in business. And I believe that this is a real thing, and it's something that can really, really hold you up, and you might not realize it at all. And this was literally me, you guys. This was me. I was like, okay, I have the strategy, I have the content, I have the messaging, I have all of the things that I have the branding, all of the things that seemingly we think oh, when all these things are in place, then my business is totally going to blow up. No, we have to also think about how you're actually attaching yourself to your results and to the things that are happening in your business and what you are making them mean about you, because this can really, this energy can really absolutely call your dream clients in. And in the same sentence, it can also deflect them, deter them, make them run the other direction. So we're going to have a little chitty chat today. So gather around. It is story time, friends. Like I said, I'm going to share this story with you. This happened probably in the beginning of my business, and it just really goes to show how attached I was to the results in my business. So I remember in the very beginning of my business, I was, you're told to you play for the call, you play for the sales call. That's what you're playing for. You want to get on as many sales calls as you can, because essentially that's how you're going to close people. That's how you're going to get clients in your business. That's going to be how it is. So, me being me, a new coach, I was like, okay, let's play for the sales call. So I was getting on sales calls. I was, essentially convincing people to get on calls with me. Which that in itself is kind of a red flag. We don't convince around here. We just move, and then people will come to us. But I was definitely convincing people hey, you want to get on this call, and I'm going to help you, and I'm going to talk you through these things, and you can walk away with this, and this. It's going to be so great. And so a lot of people probably reluctantly got on calls with me. And I very distinctly remember this one call. This was a person that I knew in real life. So I had interacted with this person in real life. And she had reached out about some of the offers that I was talking about on social media, and I was sharing with my audience, and she said she might possibly be interested. So we get on this call and I'm super nervous, because that's what you do in the beginning. Like you're just nervous about everything. And I don't think that being nervous is necessarily a bad thing. I know for me, and I know for you too, like you feel nervous because it means so much to you. Like this business means so much to you. This isn't just like a silly little like hobby for you. This is like you really wanting to make an impact and change the world in whatever way you do. So I know for me, I would get nervous because that's like, I felt like it just meant a lot to me. Okay. So I'm on this call and I'm like going through the steps of like the sales, script, and I'm saying all of the things and I'm like shitting my pants basically, but I get through it, I muddle through it. And at the end of the call, she's like, okay, yeah, let's do this. And I was like, okay, perfect. Like, yay, I'm so excited. I'll send all the paperwork over to you. I'll send the onboarding stuff over. I'll send the invoice. And then you do that. And then we'll get this first call scheduled on the books. So I'm so stoked. I get off the call. I'm like, just probably still like shitting my pants. I'm so excited. I'm sure I told my husband, oh my gosh, I just closed a client, blah, blah, blah. Like this is so exciting. One of my first clients in my business. This is amazing. So I send all of the paperwork over to her the next day. I'm just with so much love and care. It's like, emailed off, whoosh, into the world. And a couple days go by and I do not hear back from her. I'm like, this is kind of weird. Like maybe she's just busy. Okay. Like, and the thoughts start to creep in like, oh my God, like what's happening? Why is she ghosting me? To make a very long story short, I never heard from her again. She never reached out. She never replied to any of my emails or text messages. She basically just like, she was like, peace out, Sandy. Like, and so, of course, me in my baby beginning phases of business ownership, I very much made this mean something about me. This is very much me, like not ever being able to close a client. This is me saying the wrong things. This is me doing the sales calls wrong. This was me, this was her not liking me, it made it all about me. And these things, like the way that we make things mean things about us in our business, the way that we attach to our results is a problem because it's essentially slowing us down. And this can show up in like other ways outside of like the story that I just described. Oh, and I want to tell you too, after that happened, after she like completely ghosted me, never heard from her again, still haven't heard from her to this day. I wonder what she would say if I saw her in person. That would be funny. I wonder what would happen. Okay. Anyways, sidetrack. This can show up in different ways, but after that, I like literally went into this like really, really like, it was really, really, I felt really embarrassed. I felt really upset. I felt really, I don't want to use the word depressed because I wasn't depressed, but I was like in a low, like I didn't want to do anything. I didn't want to post anything. I just felt really blah about my business, which is not normally how I operate in my business. I'm very much like excited and thrilled to even do the things on the back end that I don't even like to do, just because it means that I get to, do this amazing thing that I get to get paid for now. So anyways, that like low lasted like a month. And looking back, I'm like, that whole month could have been spent on so many other like good things instead of like in this like blah state where I'm like, oh, I don't want to do anything, like feeling sorry for myself essentially. So this shows up in our businesses, this attachment to the results and attachment to what we make things mean. It shows up in different ways. So it might be like you're launching and nobody is signing up and you are flipping out low key though. You don't want anybody to see you flipping out. So it's like a low key flip out and you're just maybe, changing copy or sometimes I even see people just like post about something once and then nothing happens and they like throw the towel in and never talk about it again. It's checking your DMs like constantly, checking your emails constantly to just see like, is anything in there? Is anything in there? Obsessing over sales and numbers, like making money and the number mean something about you and defining your success by these things. So I'm successful if I have 10 clients. I'm successful if I have a 5K month. I'm successful if, and then attaching yourself to those results so that when those things don't happen, you basically feel like a failure and go into one of those low like states that I was in before. So today I really want to stress to you like this idea of attachment and like how I want you to think about how you're attaching to your results. And the first thing that you have to do here is understand what you're doing to define success or what your success markers are. So again, like I just described, if you were to say right now, like, what does it mean for you to be successful in your business? Like you would need to define what that looks like for you. And my definition of success in my business has come a long ass way from the beginning too, because in the very beginning, when I wasn't thinking like long-term, I wasn't thinking sustainability, I wasn't thinking longevity, it was these things. It was, I want 5 clients by the end of the month. I want to hit this many followers on Instagram. I want to have this much, in sales coming in each month. And what was ending up happening, and this 100% slowed me down, you guys, like, so you don't have to do this. Don't make the same mistakes that I made. What slowed me down is that when I wouldn't hit those markers, it just like would again send me into these like low points in my business. So it was like a roller coaster. Like you sign a client, woo, oh my gosh, I get to celebrate. And then this low when like people would ghost you or people would say no, or people would, do all these weird things that happen in business that don't mean anything about you, right? So my definition now of success is very, very different. And I never, ever started this business. This has never been about making money. And I can probably guarantee that your business is also not about, like, the sole reason you started your business was not to like make money. And yes, I do like to make money. I do understand that we need money, to pay the bills and feed the kids and sign them up for baseball and like do all the things, put gas in the car. But it's not the most important thing. And when we make that the most important thing, it becomes like the energy that you put off into the universe, into your Instagram posts, into the emails you send out, even in your conversations, in your face-to-face conversations, the energy that you're putting out is very, very needy. And this again can show up in different ways. So like, this is if you, and some of these may or may not stand out to you, so take them or leave them, and they might look different to you too. So when you need instant validation from, like, you post something on Instagram and then you're like, oh my gosh, I have to have people like it. I need comments on this. I need sales that come from it. Like, and you're constantly like checking and refreshing and maybe taking down posts that didn't do well, or you're like, oh my gosh, like why, all of those things. So that might look like that. In the middle of a launch, like refreshing your checkout page or your Stripe notifications constantly. And like, just like, oh, when's somebody going to sign up? Like, I hope somebody signs up. And if somebody doesn't sign up, you like freak out. This can show up in over explaining your offer, right? In a lot of different ways, in the DMs, in sales conversations, and like throwing in extra like bonuses and like, oh my gosh, like it's that convincing energy, right? Like we're trying to, almost, it feels like a performance, like we're performing to get people to like buy into this. Maybe over giving, right? Like I said, adding bonuses, over giving in free content to like prove that you know what you're talking about or prove your value. And also, this is another big one that's a sneaky one that shows up, is avoiding selling because you're afraid of how it'll look. Right? Like you're making things mean things, and there's this whole like spiral in your head. Imagine if that wasn't there and you just moved, right? So it's really the energy again of like trying to convince people rather than trying to lead, right? And if you think about this, oh my gosh, you guys, okay. Have you ever been on a date? Oh, a date where like you show up and the person is like super like needy and they're like, ooh, like it's that like convincing, like begging energy. It's like too much. And you're just like, ew, like I no, like, ugh, like date gone wrong, and you just basically want to like get up and walk away. It repels people, right? Like it makes you want to like back away, run out of the restaurant and never come back, right? So the same is in our business. Like it's the same thing in our business, because when we're coming from this like energy of like convincing and performing and needing and attached to the results so deeply because we don't see our self-worth or our worth or the value in our offer without being validated by the sales or the number of people that sign up or the number of people that like say, oh my gosh, you're doing such a good job. Like that has to stop, because it makes you look really uncertain and it makes you look untrusting of your own offer. And I don't care what you do. I don't care how good your content is. I don't care how many times you like did a real take to like make sure that you said the perfect words. People can feel that energy. People can feel that uncertainty. And so then the question then becomes like, well, wait, how do I essentially like get rid of that? Like, how do I build the trust in myself and in my offer before I have any proof of that, before I have any validation? And what's happening here is if your attachment style to your results or to the things that are happening in your business are like that really, I should have looked up what the different attachment styles were before I recorded this, but like if it's in that really clingy, like needy energy, how do we actually get rid of that before we like feel 100% conviction and confidence in the offer? Because I understand that space where you are like, I know I can do this and I know I can deliver this really well and I know that I can freaking get my clients results, but I just don't have anybody yet, and I don't have the evidence stacked up yet to make that happen. And I'm going to tell you how to get rid of that right now, and that is to, number one, detach yourself from the results. Because if you're so attached to the results and you're not seeing anything outside of that, of course, when something flops, you're going to be like, I suck, right? So you detach from the results, but you also find your value in both just innately in yourself and in your offer before any sales come in. Now, this is not an easy thing to do, okay? It is something that takes practice. It is a muscle that has to be flexed. But here's like the process that I go through to do this. So if I feel myself getting in that energy of like, I'm just kind of feeling down or I'm feeling overly attached, I notice when I start to do this. And the default, I think the question then for a lot of people then becomes, well, what can I do to make it look like I'm not attached? What can I make it do to look like I don't care? When really it's just it's like a mask. Like you're like, I actually care, but how do I actually really not care? And for me, the thing is to tap back into the things that ground me. So like things outside of my business that ground me. And I always come back to like, well, why did you even start this business in the first place? I started this business in the first place to spend more time with my family, to be more present, to not be in a job that's just sucking the life out of me. And here I am, I'm doing the things that are essentially taking away time from my family. My brain is not present because I'm thinking about all those things, like all the things about the launch. And do I need to change the sales page? And do I need, what's my next post going to be? And who can I like reach out to ask if they want to join me? That's taking away from the presence, right? And then it's sucking the life out of me, just like the 9-to-5 job that I left is sucking the life out, or was sucking the life out of me. So here I am with these like same behaviors, same situation. So I check myself and I go, girl, like, why did you start this business? You started this business, of course, to make an impact, to be present with your family, and to not have the like energy and life sucked out of you by the end of the day. So what are the things that you can do right now to make sure that that doesn't happen? So it's an immediate shift of like, okay, yeah, like I'm going to go find my value outside of this, and I'm going to go live my life in the way that I said I was going to when I started this business. Okay. let that sink in for a minute, especially if you're new to business, if you're in like the first 2, 3, 4 years of business, like go live your life the way you said you were going to live it when you started this business. That is part of detaching from your results, because your results are already there. They're right in front of you. And if I think about this, like if I'm in a moment where I'm just like, oh my gosh, like I can't stop thinking about this thing in my business and I'm attaching to the results. Hello, like you started this business for your family. Go spend time with your family. Put away your phone, put away your email. None of those things change anything about you as a person. It doesn't change anything about how great this offer is. It does not change anything about how you're able to deliver this offer. And here's the thing, even if no one signs up, it still doesn't change any of those things. It literally changes nothing. It just gives me information about how to proceed and move forward, because I'm always trying to think now, how would I be showing up if 100 people were already in this offer? How would I be showing up if I had a wait list for people waiting to, work with me for private coaching? What would it like, how would I be showing up and talking about these offers if like they were maxed out and there was 10 people in my mastermind? Like, oh my goodness. So that's literally like the process that I go through. Now, this is like, again, like I said, it is very much a muscle that needs to be flexed, because you guys, we are not here to chase anyone down. We are not here to, convince anyone that what we do or what we offer is amazing. We're not here to perform or like tap dance or put on a show for anyone. Like we're not doing that. We are here to lead and make an impact. And so beginning to feel that, like that conviction in yourself before any of the results actually roll in, is what's going to magnetize more people to you. It's just like that first date. It's like that needy friend that you have that like won't stop texting you, won't stop calling you. When are we going to hang out? It's like, it's annoying, right? So let's step back a little bit. Let's find the worth, our self-worth. Let's find our value in our offers before anything starts to roll in. And let's start showing up as if they were already all full. Okay? So if this is something that resonates with you, which I'm sure it probably does because you're still here, and it's I feel like it's a really important topic, and it's something that doesn't get talked about often. I am actually hosting a free 4-day Telegram challenge called the Zero Cling Sales Challenge. And it is going to be 4 days in Telegram, where basically I am dropping the step-by-step of everything that needs to happen in order to get rid of this attachment, to uncling yourself from any results in your business, from sales, from launch results, from number of likes or followers or any of those things. So you're able to show up in a more powerful and magnetic way. So this is a free 4-day challenge, completely free, to help you learn to really launch, sell, show up in your business every day with a really powerful energy that attracts your dream clients. And I'm telling you, you can have all the strategy, you can have all the quote unquote right types of content and the right hashtags and the perfect sales script and the perfect launch color-coded Google Calendar. But if you do not have this unattached energy to your results, to your clients, to your impact, to your business, it's going to go a lot slower, and it's going to feel more like an uphill climb than it needs to. So I would love to invite you to join us. It's starting April 21st. I'll put the link in the show notes so you can sign up. Again, it's free. All you have to do is put your name and your email address in, and you are in. You will get all of the information in your inbox to join this. And literally, I love Telegram challenges because you get to tap in. You get lifetime access to it. So it's there. You can listen to it like a podcast. I know you love podcasts because you're here, right? And let's do this together. Let's work on this together. It's also going to be so much fun. There's going to be giveaways. There's going to be prizes. We start on the 21st. I would freaking love to have you in that Telegram space with us to really work on, think about it like going to the gym. Like, come to the gym with me for 4 days and practice, lifting those weights, flexing those muscles, and doing these things that are really going to help you detach in your business and not make anything mean anything about you, because your value and your self-worth and your power all come from within you, because you are freaking amazing. You are awesome. And what you're doing in this world is one of the most beautiful things. And so let's get it out there even more. So I love you guys. Have a great rest of your day. And I will see you back here next time for another episode. Okay. Love you. Bye. Thanks for listening, you guys. If you're ready to get your business going and making money and to step into that next level version of you, I would love to support you make that happen through strategy, mindset work, and my Cut the BS style coaching, because it's always better, quicker, and more fun to have someone who's already been through it support you. Shoot me a message over on Instagram with the word ready, and we can chat and get your questions answered about coaching and how I can support you. I cannot wait to hear from you.